It is day 2 of hearings to decide the academic fate of several suspended Gopher football players. The University of Minnesota suspended 10 student athletes last month. Some could be expelled following accusations of sexual assault. A woman says that multiple Gopher football players sexually attacked her inside this apartment building near campus last fall. Police and prosecutors reviewed the case and decided against criminal charges. WCCO's Nina Moini joins us now from just outside the hearings on campus. How's it going there, Nina?
Hi, Amelia. It's been a long couple of days for all of the parties involved here. This is a closed meeting, a private meeting. You can see there's a partition set up right behind me so that no one can even see into the room if the door opens at different times. And today, the players, their side of the story is being told by their attorneys. Yesterday, we're told the woman told her story, and university attorneys also told their side. Nobody is expecting, though, to make their closing arguments until sometime around 10 o'clock tonight. Earlier today, we saw the attorney for 9 of the 10 players, Lee Hutton, walk in with his clients. The players accused, the different range here of what they're accused of is quite far. Some of them are accused of sexual contact with the woman. Some of them are accused of allegedly witnessing or encouraging the activities. 5 students face expulsion. One of the 10 players, Antoine Winfield Jr., has his own attorney who says that he had no sexual contact with the woman. His attorney says he's hoping to clear his client's name.
He's scared. He knows in his heart of heart what he did and did not do, and I hope he gets exonerated for that.
So as far as this committee we're talking about, the Sexual Misconduct Committee that is hearing these arguments, we're told it's made up of 2 undergrad students and 1 graduate student, and they were actually volunteers to be on this committee. We're told they'll have a week starting tomorrow to come up with their findings and then present that to the university.
And what happens, Nina, if the players do lose and the panel decides to punish them?
Right. So if the players and their attorneys are unhappy with the outcome of this part of the process, then we're told they'll probably take their case to federal court.
And we should explain again that you and I were talking earlier, it's not just being expelled. There are other things that the panel could decide on it as a way to punish them, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So some of them are already facing expulsion, so it could really only get less severe from there.
All right. Thank you, Nina.